Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So, there have been a couple of reports that I've seen online about Steve Harvey and his talk show losing a lot of ratings. And his Little Big Shot show, the rating has gone down by half. And even for his Family Feud show, the ratings have gone down. And these dips in ratings follow his meeting with Donald Trump, where he did this photo op with Donald Trump, and he was saying favorable things about Donald Trump. And frankly, I'm glad to see this happen. And I'm going to explain to you why. There have to be consequences for cooning. There has to be accountability in the black community. Too often, these people are able to coon, shuck, and jive and throw black people under the bus without any kind of consequences. In fact, these people are rewarded for doing so. So that's why you have somebody like a Steve Harvey running around with Donald Trump and, joking about the Flint water crisis. A man talking about he don't care about slavery. A man meeting with a woman, a Southern cracker that referred to black people as niggers, meeting with her and trying to rehabilitate her image. There have to be consequences for this stuff, man. And I'm glad to see this guy, Steve Harvey, paying a price for cooning. Now, all of a sudden, this man says that his meeting with Donald Trump was the worst decision he made in his life. He's not saying that because he's all of a sudden developed some kind of black consciousness. He's not saying that because he has some kind of new awareness or he's become woke or anything like that. He's saying that because his money is hurting right now. His pockets are hurting. His views are going down on his programs, and that amounts to him losing money. So that's the reason why all of a sudden it's the worst decision he made in his life, meeting with Donald Trump. And this is what has to happen to these coons, man. There have to be consequences for betraying the black community. Now, some will say, well, why are you saying he's betraying the community simply for meeting with Donald Trump? He didn't just meet with Donald Trump. This man basically co-signed Donald Trump indirectly. Anybody that supports Donald Trump, anybody that vouches for Donald Trump or helps to prop up Donald Trump, if you're black, you are a coon. That's what you are. There's no mistake about it. Now, some will say, well, why are you being so harsh? Why are you calling somebody a coon simply for supporting Donald Trump? People are entitled to their political opinions and blah, blah, blah. The fact of the matter is that Donald Trump has proven that he is hostile to the interests of black people. This man has condoned police brutality, joked about it during a meeting with policemen. This man has condoned racial profiling against black communities. This man has called for law and order. This man has called for cutbacks in social programs that benefit the black community. Cuts back in Section 8, cutbacks in food stamps. This man has talked about using his Justice Department to fight affirmative action, a program that made it possible for many people like myself to get a college education, to get a law degree, to go to graduate school. So anybody supporting this man is a coon. That's what you are. This man has condoned violence against black people during his rallies. He's said it before, like he's made statements in support of people roughing Black Lives Matter activists up to attend his rallies. This man has basically co-signed white supremacists during that crazy event in Charlottesville when those Nazis and KKK people and so-called alt-right people, when those damn white supremacists were beating black people, were engaged in violence against people who were there to counter-protest, when those white supremacists ran over and killed a woman, this man said that there were good people on both sides. This man said there was some good people that participated in those demonstrations. This man tried to make both sides morally equivalent. This man received praise from these white supremacist group after he issued his statement. This man has proven that he is hostile to black interests. So any black person supporting this guy is a coon, is a traitor, is a house Negro, a Sambo. I don't care if you wear a dashiki on and you talk this black separatism stuff. If you support Donald Trump, you are a coon. And I'm sad to see, so-called black conscious people, so-called black nationalist people co-signing this racist buffoon, Donald Trump. But that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, I'm glad to see that there are consequences for cooning nowadays, man. I'm glad to see that this guy, Steve Harvey, is paying a price for cooning. And Tina Campbell is paying a price for cooning as well. Her sales to her concerts went down substantially. And because of that, she had to cancel her concert tour. And then you have Chrisette Michele. And I kind of feel sorry for her because all she did was perform. She wasn't co-signing Donald Trump's politics or any of that stuff. But she got dropped from her label. She's faced other problems, emotional problems. And I'm sorry to hear about what's happening to her, man. But there have to be consequences for cooning. Because often these people, these damn coons and buffoons, these idiots who betray their people, these damn traitors, they are rewarded for doing so. And it's time for us to punish them for betraying our community by withholding our support from these people. I guess it's not so funny now. I mean, when Donald Trump first met with Steve Harvey and people were asking him about it, Steve Harvey was all defensive and dismissive and all that kind of stuff. But now he understands. Now he understands that that was the worst decision he made in his life.